Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And are you excited? Something's happened.
I'm excited.
Brian, can you say hello to everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Oh, he's got a microphone! So you guys have been asking. We've been telling him. We have been telling him. And he's like, no. It's more annoying because he can't eat his snacks now.
He can't eat his nuts over there.
He's nuts. So you've now got Brian, because everyone's like, we can't hear him when you talk to him. I'm like, we know, but he didn't want to listen to us.
I also want a camera on him, but he was like, the background is not nice enough. And I was like, yeah, fair. We'll wait until.
Get you in. Yeah, the eye candy. You girls like him. Just saying.
I don't get it personally, but whatever.
Brian, reply.
I do. I'm married to him.
What a bitch. Say it. Go on, Bri.
She just struggles with my beauty.
I love it. Let's just go into it.
We're in a. No, I can't go into it yet. We're still in an argument about who's smarter, me or Brian. And 3 things now have happened where I have come out smarter and he still won't accept it.
No, I think you're both smart in your own ways.
No, Lord, in intelligence, I am smarter.
Really?
Yeah, we did an IQ test. We played Trivial Pursuit, and
how
I won.
How many IQ tests have we done?
Right.
Why is it competition?
Just as a
we
number.
love competition. Our whole relationship is competition.
How many IQ tests have we done? Just
we challenge
as a number.
Shut up,
Brian!
Jesus Christ!
Guys, you can't talk over each other. Guys, you can't talk over each other.
Why have we added a third microphone? That was just, I literally realised as well at that point that I can zone him out so easily. That I didn't notice he was talking.
How many IQ tests? How many IQ tests? Let's just get into it.
Yeah, start the bloody intro, Brian.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome
the Unfiltered Bride Podcast. Tips from the top table and beyond.
So you know it's going to be juicy.
We all know that you're loving our sponsors, Crafty Lab, but we thought you'd like to hear a little bit more about them.
Crafty Lab are a husband and wife team who started the business back in 2021 after planning their own COVID wedding.
Apparently, they were discussing how many things they needed to tell their guests about the wedding. For example, the timeline of the day, wedding facts, and even about their dog. And then one of them said, it's going to be a bloody newspaper at this rate.
And boom, the wedding newspaper was born. I'm not even joking, but every single wedding I go to now has a wedding newspaper. It's as essential as confetti.
From as little as 89p per paper, it's a bit of a no-brainer.
But should I tell you what is cool? Some people are using them as invitations.
Yes, I love that. I think it's really cool to get something physical in the post that then sends you to a website.
Imagine just chilling at home and the postman delivers a newspaper with your mate's face on.
So whether you're looking to give your guests all the details of your day or a unique and fun invite, Crafty Lab are your guys.
And we've got you a discount, so don't forget to use the code UNFILTERED at checkout. The guys, I can't get that, so funny. Shut up, Brian. It's been 10 seconds.
Take the microphone off him. Brian, how do I unplug it over here if I needed to?
No, please keep talking, Brian. They love it.
No, I don't want to involve it. Anyway, how are you?
Oh, good night. You what's up? What's going on?
I'm so tired.
You're not.
I'm so tired. Should I tell you what it is? I know what it is. It's the change of season. It gets me every year.
I'm crying.
It gets to this point where I'm like, I am done.
Do you know what annoys me? Everyone, like, the wedding I was at Saturday, everyone was like, it's my last wedding of the year. And I was like, fuck off. No, it's not for me. Mine's New Year's Eve.
I've got 15 weddings left.
Yeah.
And there's only, how many weekends are left? There's not even that many weekends left.
I've got a crusty, dusty nail and I'm really trying not to get it in camera.
It's too late. You've told it. You might as well just show everyone and then it's done.
Oh,
it's done and...
I was being a strong, independent female, sorting out my tyre this morning, which is fucking flat. And I broke my nail on it and yeah. So I'm just trying not to show it. So if you see it, you know you didn't.
You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Yeah, no, I'm fine really. Do you know what? I cannot get out of bed. I cannot get out of bed. Doesn't matter what time I go to bed.
I feel like it's because you're not doing as much as you were.
Yeah.
But because you need to be consistently on the go.
I've got to be a busy person. I've got to need a reason to get out of bed.
Otherwise you're a sofa girl.
Yeah. There's no in between for me. I'm either back-to-back 6 weddings all across the country and thriving, or I'm sat on the sofa watching Modern Family.
But this is what I feel like where you thrive. You thrive in on the day wedding.
Yeah, I know. This is what. But now I'm like, Brian's like, aren't you, Brian? Brian's like, just chill out. You've worked really hard, everything. And I'm like, how long can I use that excuse for?
So Brian, is she allowed to be on the sofa all day every day?
Well, maybe not that, but she just struggles to switch off. She's always been like that.
It's my Slady HD. Don't roll your eyes at me.
I wasn't. I've got something in my eye. I just don't like the slay ADHD.
Yeah, but ADHD is a bit blunt, and I don't think I've got ADHD. I think I've got slay ADHD because I see it as a
I think
positive.
you need to go and speak to someone and get it diagnosed.
Yeah, but why do I need to diagnose?
Because you don't know what level it is.
Yeah, but I'm not going to medicate it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
But also you could do things that help.
Why what?
I don't know.
That's what I mean.
That's what I mean.
But I like it.
Let's go find out. It's what I think it's great. I think a lot of creative people are ADHD.
Yeah, I know, that's what
have ADHD.
It's not a...
It's not a negative.
That's what genuinely I don't see it.
I don't see it. I think most.
I see it as a personality trait.
Absolutely.
I know that I'm even if they said you don't have ADHD,
I do.
I would say my personality is ADHD. And if you look at my dad is like the definition of ADHD.
I think it's great.
We had a dinner party. We just went for dinner, or he was asked for dinner. We were talking about it, and he was like ADHD, and I was like, yeah. Read out the things, and it was literally describing him, and he was like, oh. Never heard of that before.
Oh, love him.
You are literally, that is you.
Anyway, I've got some stickers in my hand.
Yeah, why have we got sticky notes?
Some heart stickers. So these are from the National Wedding Show.
Yeah, which we haven't told everyone we went to yet. Tell them all.
We have?
Yeah, we haven't done an episode saying we went there. It was good fun.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Did we? No, we didn't.
Yes, because I was like, it was so good to see you all.
I think you're making that up.
No, defo.
When did we film last?
Defo Huns.
You've definitely talked about it on the podcast.
Thank you, Brian.
Shit, we've got a third voice now that pops in.
Everyone's like, whoa, what's that?
Oh my God.
Beth's voice has got deep.
Mate, how long ago was the NEC?
We filmed one.
No. Just answer the question. Ignore everything else I said.
3 weeks ago?
I can't believe it was that long ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
It feels like it was like last week.
No.
What?
Anyway, so I've got lots of little sticky notes which you guys have asked us questions, so we're going to run through and answer. So it's a bit of a random one.
Random episode.
Bit of a bitches, bit of a not, and a bit of just fun facts. So I'm going to start.
And Brian, you're actually allowed an opinion on these things because I really enjoy arguing with you. So if you have an opinion on something,
I don't think everybody else enjoys us arguing.
Everybody enjoys people arguing. It's a healthy argument.
All right.
Okay. How much confetti? Number 1.
Okay, so I actually have a whole thing to talk about confetti, actually. Okay. Because there's many elements of this. Because I keep doing ones with petals, because I think the amount for petals is way different for paper.
Yeah.
So I love Flutter Darlings. Love you guys. Mm-hmm. That's my favourite confetti. You don't need 2 handfuls per person. I think sometimes there can be too much paper confetti. So 1 handful per person for paper confetti. I like the cannons, but respectfully, it shoots up and then goes. So it's not going to fill your confetti photo. Have you seen the cannons outside?
Yeah.
Like inside, they are phenomenal. But outside, they go poof.
I think it also depends on what wind, what day, like all of that malarkey.
I think you need to be stood further out the line. I like it because of the noise. And everyone goes, ah, ah.
No, I like them outside.
I do, but again, if you're thinking I'm going to have less confetti because I've got 2 cannons.
They're an addition.
Yeah. They're just a nice to have. And if they go on you, great. If they don't, tough. So that's paper. Petals, if they're big petals, like 1.5 handfuls per person. And if they're little petals, 2 handfuls per person.
I agree.
No rice.
No rice.
No, what else? No foil. All venues keep going to me, oh yeah, you can, but none of the foil confetti. And I'm like, I haven't seen foil confetti in like 10 years.
It's more the cannons that have the
inside,
foil.
but you wouldn't have them outside.
No.
I haven't seen a foil one
for ages.
No. I also think, we've said this before, but baskets over bags.
100%.
I also think, what do you think about the colours?
I like colours.
I like colours.
If you've got colours within the wedding.
Do you think you have to match the colours of your wedding?
Within reason. I mean, you really don't have to. It doesn't make a difference, like, if you don't. But for me, if you had an all-white wedding and then you had bright orange, pink, blue confetti, I'd be like, what the fuck? You obviously don't like colour. But you obviously do. Do you know what I mean? It's like, your wedding should reflect you anyway. So if you've got pinks, so if you went pinks and like all the different shades of pinks, I'd expect to have all the different shades of pinks in your confetti.
Yeah.
Unless it's your partner's favourite colour is orange and you're like,
literally just
that's
thinking
the
football team colours.
one thing you want to do, absolutely fine. Like, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make a difference. But you've got to like those photos. And I also think if you don't like those colours, the confetti shot is usually the one people like to share.
100%. Confetti is one of my favourite pictures of our wedding. Brian, did you enjoy the confetti line?
Yeah,
I definitely think you can go a bit more crazy in the evening if you wanted to put some colour into the evening.
Agreed. And I do like the foil stuff inside in the evening.
But no. People don't like the foil inside in the evening.
Why?
Because it stains the dance floor, stains the furniture.
Boring.
So let's not do that.
Boring.
Okay. Next.
Foil. Yeah, I think we had foil inside. Lols.
Yeah, because you had gold.
Yes. Brian, what colour was our confetti? What colours?
White.
And?
Like pink. I should know because I spent the entire day after sweeping it up. Maybe I've mentally blocked it out. I have PTSD.
What were your colours?
Brian, there was not an inch of pink at our wedding anywhere.
Okay.
It was a bit of a trick question. It was white and ivory.
Ivory's kind of pinky though, isn't it? Come on.
No.
It can be sometimes.
Not our ivory.
Creams can go into that pinky shade. Yeah, like that. You could say it's borderline going into pink.
Shut up, Beth.
Thank you, Beth.
Shut
You're
up.
welcome.
Just get a room, you two.
Not again.
Look at face. Guys, wouldn't that be the biggest scandal?
Oh, it would be great for views.
EastEnders Christmas Day special.
Yeah, but that's when I tell you all that I actually sleep with every best man at every wedding I ever go to. Okay?
That doesn't offend me.
Offends Brian.
And
I'd
also,
be more
you'd
annoyed at
lose,
Brian
you'd
than
lose
you.
your whole fucking business by saying that. You're shagging everyone's groom.
No, best man, I said.
Fair.
Fine, carry on.
Each
No, I
their
wouldn't
own.
sleep with the groomsman. The groom. That is wrong.
Okay.
That's against...
Why would you be more annoyed at Brian, not me?
Because he's been my husband and we've been together 14 years.
Fair.
Yeah, I would be more angry at him.
Would you be
The
annoyed at
father
me?
of my child.
What would you say to me?
I would never speak to you again though. And that would be worse for you.
No, I'd be like, cool, mate.
I literally wouldn't. I would
But
block you
I'll be
instantly.
Isla's stepmom, so you'd have to see me.
Dickhead, mate. Absolute dickhead.
Anyway.
I would. Should I say? No, I won't say that.
Go on.
I would actually murder you in your sleep.
Would you? Would you? Do you think you'd kill?
No. I would kill, but not for that.
Oh.
Like, you know when people say, would you kill for your child? I've seen a TikTok that goes around that says, would you kill for your child? 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No issues whatsoever. Not if, like, it has to be the worst thing about it. If somebody killed Isla, I will kill you.
Brian, would you cover it up for Georgie?
It depends.
Your pauses in between are giving me anxiety.
My police officer brain is kicking in. I don't know. It depends on the situation.
No, okay.
I could kill somebody in the circumstance, but
Yeah, so would you cover up for me?
It depends on the situation.
No, it doesn't matter on the situation. I've killed someone because they killed Isla. Are you covering for me or not?
Well, if you ended up being a serial killer and start killing people,
no, just the one person that killed Isla.
Was this a
But
good
why would you be the
idea?
one that kills the person?
If you killed them, I'd say I'd cover up for you, and then I'd immediately be like, it was him.
It was him.
He did it.
I got a photo of it. Right.
Okay, this is actually probably a question for Brian. But we'll answer first and then see if we need him. What is the best reception cocktail to have?
Hugo.
It
depends on the time of year.
Summer.
Brian, you speak when you're spoken to.
She said this is a question for Brian.
And then I said, do you see how he only listens to bits of it? Do you see how we've got that issue at the moment at home where I'll say something and he's like, what? And I'm like, we literally had a conversation about this. And he's like, no, we didn't. I'm like, so what just happened there, Brian, was I said to Beth, we can involve Brian in it, but we'll answer first and see if we need him. This might be the end of us.
Might be the last Mike episode.
100%.
I think a Hugo because I think it's a good all-rounder. It's tasty and I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
I also think a Hugo because it's not that alcoholic.
Yes.
And we don't want to start too
soon. It's fresh. It's
Yeah.
refreshing. Brian?
Brian, your opinion?
I think summer Hugos, Aperol Spritz, mojitos.
Ooh. I don't like
Mojitos.
Aperol.
Yeah.
I don't like Aperol either.
I like a strawberry mojito.
I also like a strawberry mojito.
Mojitos look, obviously a lot of work for the bartender, but they do look. It gives proper cocktail.
What annoys me
bar
about mojito
vibes.
though is there's not that much drink
Excuse
in
me,
it.
you can't talk over
I was
Brian.
talking to him.
No, but you didn't let him finish. Have you finished, Brian?
I am now, yeah.
All right. My problem with mojito
This
is
is the problem we have at home. Isn't it? This is the problem we have at home. Is she says I don't listen, but she talks over everything. So how would she even know?
It's your ADHD. Do you know why?
Go on.
Do you want me to say? No, it's I do it as well. Is you're ahead of the sentence in your brain.
Yeah.
So in your brain, you already know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
So you need to get it out before you forget what you're going to say.
Yeah, I agree. You're boring, basically, Brian. I know what you're going to say.
Problem with mojito? Go on. What's your
My
problem?
problem with mojito is by the time you've got through all the crushed ice and mint, there's like an inch of drink.
I also feel like people can make mojitos so shit.
I agree.
With a Hugo, I just don't think you can get it too wrong.
That's also not true.
I know, previous experience. But like, it's harder to get it wrong.
It's not a difficult cocktail, whereas a mojito is arguably more difficult. I think the best cocktail would be anything that you two like, because I feel like people, roll your eyes all you like, Beth, but I wouldn't want to come to your wedding and there be a cocktail that means nothing.
There's just going to be a shed ton of Whispering Angel.
Yeah, but if I came to your wedding, there was not one bit of Whispering Angel, I'd be like, great. That's what I was building myself up for.
Did you even like it? You've never tried it?
I have. I've had bottles at home.
When?
Somebody bought me some from a wedding.
You? Oh, I know where you got that from. You
Me
told me in a previous. I've never had Whispering Angel.
Yeah, a year ago.
And then you didn't tell me when you tried it.
Oh.
Like, come on,
I
that's
think
so
I even
mean.
did. I think I did.
Why did you not text me?
I didn't love it,
Brian?
but I do want Whispering Angel.
She
sponsor.
doesn't drink wine though, so.
Yeah.
What do you drink? You're
I
a vodka
don't.
gal.
Yeah, but I don't really drink. What would I would drink a fruit cider.
Or
That's what I mean.
I like a fruit cider. A cider.
A soda. I like
I'm back on my amaretto, di Serrano and Coke at the moment.
I like a cocktail. I like a lychee martini, but I won't.
I love
I'm not
a
drinking,
lychee martini.
and it is helpful having Brian as a bartender at home. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, fab. Moving on.
Next,
What to do if you have completely different taste in music?
in what?
Music. Is that a cow?
What did he do?
Yeah.
Oh, music.
Oh, weird. Brian, if you're in on this, you need to do sound effects. I'm
I
sorry.
agree, when
I've
we
been
go
waiting for forever.
My music taste is just a bit of everything.
Do you think you have the same music taste?
Yes.
Okay, so guys, collectively, what is your music taste?
Pop.
I think I quite like rap.
I like rap, but rap is pop. I like rap.
I like popular. I like chart music.
Guys, I'm sorry, I'm dead. I'm absolutely fucking
That's
dead.
the title of this episode.
I
like rap.
I literally went, do you guys have the same taste in music? Yeah, really confidently. I was like, okay, great. What do you like?
Because what he means when he says rap is like pop rap.
I like pop. I think I like rap.
He's not. What he means is he likes rap music that's in the charts. We like chart music.
Commercial.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian,
And
what's
then
your
we
favourite
get-
song at the moment?
The new Eminem album.
I could have told you that. I
Okay,
actually know him really
and what's
well.
yours?
Noah Khan. Any of his songs.
So I feel like you actually do have a little bit of a different taste.
No, because I also love Eminem and he also loves Noah Khan.
Okay, fine.
We're.
Okay, so what do you do if you don't?
What do you do if you don't? So I remember speaking to that lady.
Me too.
And she said that her husband.
This is so awkward because she was like, oh, he does this. And I was like, oh my God, sick. How cool. And she was like, no. And I was like,
Oh, yeah, same.
same. No.
What was he into? Dance music.
Techno. Or something, like
something house.
commercial techno or something.
What's the
like that?
house music? I'm so out of. I just know.
No,
what's in
it
the
was
charts.
no, but it was quite.
It was
heavy.
grungy.
It was
Because
heavy.
you said somebody and Chase and Status,
yeah.
and I was like, oh, I like Chase, and she was like, that's as far in as I'll go, and that's like,
You ain't got no backbone.
Yeah,
It's
but-
quite like.
so he
headbanging.
wants that at the wedding, and she's like, absolutely fucking not. And then I was like, but you need to let him have a little bit. So we talked about the idea of a silent disco.
Mum didn't like that, did she?
Mum didn't like that. I think a silent disco is great if you really have different personalities in
Absolutely.
it. And I think it would be hilarious seeing half people headbanging and half people with ABBA. But then I said ABBA and she was like, don't say that. That's disgusting. I was like, fuck, everybody likes
We
ABBA.
couldn't win, girls.
Everybody likes ABBA.
What do we say? Let them have an hour in the evening between band sets. So when evening food's on, they can have a bit of a rave.
Yes.
The people that don't like it will be eating food anyway. And
Yes.
then that's what we're doing. Or we said the
put them
walk-in
in-
song, didn't we?
Yes,
Let him
the
have
walk-in
the walk-in song.
And you can just put a few in throughout
Yeah.
the day.
For me, honeys, I'm having a Sunny Federa hour and I've seen a bride do it and I shared it on the Instagram and
Shared it on the Instagram.
my Sunny Federa brides, love you.
See, if we were together though, I'd say, yeah, you can have the
you
hour.
like Sunny Federa. I don't know why you act like you don't.
I don't know a song. I don't know any songs. Don't play me songs. You're not allowed.
I'm not. Do you know the song that's come out recently? Some days I wanna sail away when the
I
going
literally
gets
don't know what you're talking
tough. When the going gets tough.
That reminds me of Boyzone. When the going gets
No,
tough.
it's very
the tough
commercial
get
house. You'd like
going.
it. You would
Okay.
like it.
I don't mind any music at a wedding if it's like,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what I mean? Just
All right.
chill.
Cool. So what we're doing? Give sections, give elements, give areas to work with.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Oh,
My go. Speeches Before or after food?
Before.
Why?
Before, always. Before. People get nervous. Get them out the way.
What if they're not nervous?
I just think every single wedding I go to.
But we talked before about the lighting in the evening.
Every single wedding I go to. Every single one. By the time dessert comes, people are checking into their rooms. People are freshening up. People aren't just sat waiting around. If you've got kids, they're getting a bit annoying and a bit restless. Like, it's just that the start of the lull. Or we're going straight into party. Like, it's like, get everyone in, get them done, let everyone eat, done. But speech snacks are a must.
I'm very torn on this. Very
also,
torn.
you can have food in your teeth.
You could have canapes in your teeth.
I'm just before.
So the pros for before are,
I think people are way more engaged. They're a little bit tipsy probably from the drinks reception. Had a few drinks.
There is an issue with being hungry.
Yeah. Substantial canapes. Don't have a starter. Have a bigger grazing board.
I'm just giving the other side. I'm just giving
We've spoke about 101 times. I've got lots of hearts to get through. Come on.
No. Brian, before or after food?
Before.
Thank you.
I'm not... If you should just stop, get out of each other's asses for 5 minutes. I'm trying to give the alternatives to people that are like, I don't want to go before. The benefits to it afterwards are that people are a little bit more tipsy.
I disagree.
Of course they are. They've drank more.
No, I feel like people are like, ugh.
No.
After.
I did speeches after food the other day and it worked really nicely. It was darker. The candles were on. Everyone was sat ready for them because they'd just eaten. They got to know their tables a little bit more. They'd loosen into their thing a little bit more.
Right,
and then at the end of it, we sent everybody out.
All right, fine.
I like both. I think if anyone's nervous, I agree, get them done before. If you spent lots of money on decor, get them done before because the room looks how it is. You haven't got any ketchup down you, blah, 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 blah. But for the traditional ones, I do like them after.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
How many hen parties? There's too many hen parties. Quick answer, please.
4.
Okay.
And I'm not just saying that because I had 4, but
Home,
it's the
friends,
groups.
family, abroad.
Split up family.
Yeah.
Was my other one.
Okay.
Yeah, home, abroad, 2 mates ones and 2 family ones.
Yeah.
Done. Easy. I don't like his best man. Can I ask him to choose someone else?
No. No, you can't. You can't. And if you don't like him, why don't you like him? That's a deeper conversation to be having. But if they're going to be the best man, they're going to be the best man.
Also, you haven't got to see him much.
If they asked you to change your maid of honour, would you change them?
No.
No.
No. No.
No. Okay.
Also, you're not even going to see the best man. He'll do a speech, and that's as deep as it's going to get. But what if you're really nervous about their speech?
My rule is, please can you send it to the coordinator beforehand so we can make sure we're not overlapping stories?
Yeah, but also I agree with the court, but I think if you send it to somebody more closer to you, I can't say if I think it's inappropriate because I don't know.
Yeah, fair.
I don't I can say whether people have copied that, like said all the same stuff throughout the day, but risky, isn't it? Risky little game. That's a cute note, but not a question. Thank you for all your tips. You're welcome. You'll go.
My go. You ready?
Yeah.
My venue have upped the price of evening guests.
Fuckers. Little fuckers.
Guys, you need to be reading these clauses in the contract. It's hard with food and beverage. It really is hard because a lot of venues will say there's a percentage up to a certain amount. And if they do, that's what you're signing for. Unfortunately, inflation is a bitch. And just know, 9 times out of 10, they are facing cost increases.
Yeah.
It's not like we're in this amazing climate where things aren't going up. Staff is going up, minimum wage is going up. Those people that have got to serve you that food are going up. And Preach. If you want your business, you want your venue to still survive, they got to do these things.
Do you think, I would probably look at the clause in your contract, is it worth booking more people when you book the wedding? Like, is there a fee to reduce your numbers?
So there's a venue I know that's local to us with their food and beverage. So they say it's this price. However, it can go up to this price. So it doesn't matter how many people you book beforehand. It's at 6 months prior or 3 months prior.
Well, that's when you get the final thing.
Yeah.
That's bad, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So
how are you supposed to budget for that?
I know.
Yeah, you need to check those contracts, guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be tempted to book it. If they said that you can have 20 dropouts, I'd book up.
Yeah.
I'd have more people. But also for your evening guests, you don't need to pay for food for all of them.
Yeah.
And I know people never really believe people when they say that, but first of all, not everyone will come. And I don't know how to say this any clearer to people. I promise you will have dropouts. Whether you think you would, I promise you will have dropouts.
Also consider if your band are eating from your evening food or your suppliers. Make sure those numbers are in there.
Yeah, but if you've got 100 people in the evening, you do not need to have 100 evening meals. Trust. 80 max. So Brian, it's a question for you. How does the groom take off my dress?
What, like in a sexual way?
No.
What do you mean then?
With your teeth, honey.
All the
bustle
buttons and the bustles and the corset backs.
How the hell am I supposed to know?
You're the groom, mate.
I think,
but it seems like a pretty complex dress, doesn't it?
I think you're just going to have one of the girls there to come and
get
help
you
you.
undone.
Yeah.
I agree. You wouldn't get if I was in my daytime dress, I would have been sleeping in it.
Yeah.
100%.
I do see people sleep in their dresses.
Yeah.
So just bear that in mind.
I went to a wedding the other day, so I got there on the Sunday morning to do the Sunday wedding, and the Saturday night bride was stood outside in her wedding dress. I was like, oh honey. I think she'd forgotten to bring any clothes. I think or it hadn't moved over from wherever it was, I don't know, and I was just like,
surely someone would have I would have worn someone's clothes.
There would have been a wedding dress on.
Fair.
Yeah. That I think you do genuinely have to think about this for people, because if you have got those little looped button things, he's not getting that off.
Yeah.
He's not getting that off.
Yeah.
And then to be able to unzip, if you then add the corset that you could probably undo.
Yeah. I just think you need someone on standby that's got a brain.
And you're trying to say that the guys haven't got brains?
Guys or girls?
Experience in taking off female clothing, which you don't have, Brian. No? Okay. I don't remember taking off my dress after our wedding. It was just a zip, though. And he was absolutely wasted, so I imagine that I did it.
Okay, ready for next one?
Yeah.
Ideas for morning of wedding, waking up with my partner.
Cute. I hear a lot of people doing this now.
Yeah, I don't see the... One, you can keep control of what they're doing the night before.
Fair.
But two, if it makes sense to you guys, it makes sense to you guys. I'd have breakfast together. I would have a little, write each other a letter or some cute stuff. If you're going to be together, why not embrace being together? You're just too traditional, but I like it.
It's not even traditional. I wanted, for when I saw him at the end of the aisle, to feel that little bit of
I missed
I haven't seen you. Yeah, yeah. And we didn't speak.
Do you feel like that when you come home from a premiere in?
All the time. I look at him and go,
where's my breakfast?
I got premiere in breakfast, don't I? Yeah, I think that's why I like it. It's nothing to do with being traditional and sleeping in the same bed. I wouldn't have wanted to stay together the night before.
Okay, well, this is tips for people that are staying the night before.
That's
what
fine.
Can they do in the
Carry
morning?
On.
I think a nice room service breakfast in bed.
Room service breakfast in bed. I agree. To be honest, you're not going to have... The only problem is girls are normally starting at 7. You're not going to have a long morning.
The only other idea I've seen that they did the night before, so when they were in bed the night before, is they literally I think the bride maybe put a slideshow of all their photos, all their videos, literally on their iPhone, favorited them all, and just had that on a TV, so they literally looked back on however many years of their life together.
I just love the thought of all this, but I'm just not in that kind of relationship.
Okay.
Are you?
I'd like it. Jack would be like,
that's what I mean.
I'm going with the lads night.
I think people listening would be like, oh, that's a really sweet idea, but half of them would be like if we wrote each other letters to read together in the morning, it would have been fucking embarrassing.
Aww. Okay.
It's in a card. I'd rather do vows.
Okay. That's up to you.
I know, just give them both options. Both options.
Come on.
How do you keep everyone happy?
You can't. And that is my final answer. You cannot keep everyone happy. So as long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
I literally can't agree with that more.
That's
actually not true. Food, drink, music.
Yeah.
Okay?
Music.
Food, drink, music. You can't complain if you're well fed, have lots of drinks, and can dance. Okay?
Mm-hmm. And the temperature's right.
That's also true because it's chilly in here today.
Okay. Best cake flavour. Oh, I already went. It's your go.
No, I went. Everybody happy.
Best cake flavour.
Can I do a 3-tier cake? Flavours.
Best cake flavour.
Chocolate.
Red velvet.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Red velvet is chocolate.
Yeah, but not a chocolate cake and a red velvet cake.
Yeah,
Two
it's
very
the cream
different
cheese.
things.
But if you don't get the cream cheese frosting right, it's all down here.
I'm not an icing gal, are you?
Yes.
I pick it off.
No.
I like the...
My problem is the ratios need to be perfect with all food I eat. Are you somebody that eats a thing at a time, or do you have a bit of everything?
A thing at a time.
That's fucking disgusting.
It's weird, isn't it?
Disgusting.
When me and Jack eat dinner, it bothers me that he mixes all his food, but he'll be like a bit of steak, a bit of mash, and a bit of
mixes.
No, I will eat the steak, and then I will eat the mash, and then I will eat
Then
the
what's
chips.
the point in putting it in a meal?
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
have to, if I get to the point where I don't have something left to put with it all, I'm done. I'm finished.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Which means I'm very, very intelligent. I've got to already ratio it up before I started eating, because I got to be like, well, there's not many peas there. I'm going to have to like 1 pea per.
Nah, Brian, what do you do?
Fucking just
just go straight in, mate.
He's a eat for function man.
Jack said that to me because we were talking about our meals this week, and he was like, what you don't understand is I eat for fuel. I eat to be full. I don't eat.
I eat for enjoyment.
I eat for fully enjoyment.
Yeah. Full bands. Do I need a maid of honor?
No.
Why?
Because you don't.
Do you need bridesmaids?
No, I did a wedding with no bridesmaids.
Then do you need a coordinator?
I was there, but again in the morning I didn't do. She was so organised. I was just like,
yeah, but it's putting the dress on, getting them a drink, getting ready.
Mum got the dress on.
Fine.
Mum was around. So yeah, I suppose you need someone. If it's mum, coordinator, photographer was there as well, and we all just sat and had a
If you
chat.
don't have bridesmaids or maid of, you absolutely don't need a maid of honor. You can have bridesmaids, but I do think they need jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean it as like you need this job. I mean it as, can you be in charge of this area of things? Can you be in charge of this area of things? Otherwise, people want to help you and they don't know how to help you.
Yeah.
So actually, no, you don't need a maid of honor, but
Okay.
But you need somebody who is in charge of looking after you all day. If you've got bridesmaids that are absolute lightweights that are gonna, and you want them to just be there to have a drink and have a laugh, I would recommend getting a coordinator.
Yeah.
Because they'll look after you.
Sounds fun. My go?
Yeah.
Alcohol to put on the tables instead of wine.
No.
No, but what alcohol to put on tables instead of wine?
You can't.
Why? Can you not put Prosecco on?
So
Beers?
that's where I was going to go with. I would say you can only have already ready drinks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think people should be mixing a spirit and a what's this? Mixer. Thank you. I personally think it's a bit like icky. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not what we're here for. I don't mind like even canned cocktails.
Yeah, we could
Stuff
do
like that. I'm okay with that.
I would rather not them be on the table.
Agreed. But if we're not, I get why people don't want to put wine. I feel like our generation don't drink wine.
Mm-hmm. Or you could do like a grab and go cocktail station where all like the canned cocktails are there and maybe there's like glasses next to it. So
yes,
when people get up, they pour their cocktail and bring it back to the table kind of thing.
I just hate any bottles and cans at tables.
Yeah, it gives me pub garden.
Yeah, but then you can't really not.
Is that funny, Brian?
Yeah, do you like that? Yeah, no.
Okay, all right.
But no other alcohol.
Okay.
Pre-made only. How much DIY should I do? Worried I will run out of time on the day.
So anything that you can do that you can hand to someone to put out, great. Or you've got an hour tops. That's all I'm allowing you to do DIY stuff. So you can put this.
I just don't think you should be doing any DIY
I agree,
on your wedding
but
day.
if they are like DIY queens or kings,
yeah,
then you've got an hour. That is it. And I'm telling you now, things take way longer.
This is my
Trust
problem.
me, the first wedding I did, when I did styling, I was like, yeah, I've got loads of time. Fucking hell, I ran out of it.
I just think by that point, you're just going to want to be like,
yeah,
I'm done. I don't want to go down.
But you can do the DIY and hand it to someone.
100%.
Definitely.
I like DIY in terms of like, if you want to learn calligraphy and do your thing. I would say I did some DIY stuff for the wedding. Not a lot, but enough to feel like I had put my touch on the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nothing that I needed to do on the day. But I also was able to set up my venue the day before. So if you've got a venue you can set up the day before, you could do a bit more.
Yeah. But honestly, don't stress yourself out with it. It's honestly
it's
not
cost
worth it.
versus DIY, isn't it?
Yeah, but also sometimes when you figure it out, you're like, actually, I've bloody
spent the same. And tears.
Yeah. My sister wore a crown at my cousin's wedding.
I remember this one as well. She was asking how to politely tell someone what to wear to your wedding. How do you do that?
You weren't wearing a crown, hun.
Yeah, but how do you say that?
What did we say? I think we said to...
I think we said to lie.
I think I'd say I'm thinking about wearing a crown.
Can you not?
So like I can keep you posted, or like what you having your hair like, or
I just think it's. But then I also have to say,
does it really matter?
this is the problem. There's so many things that I think about. What did I say to someone the other day? And I was like, does it matter? Oh, it was actually about a photographer saying their videographer wanted to bring a photographer. The videographer has a wife who wants to set up a portfolio for photos. So can they take photos? And he was like, immediately, I'm thinking, absolutely not. I immediately was like, absolutely fucking not. And then I was like, oh, does it matter?
Yeah.
Does it matter? Like, they're not going to, even if they use some of your photos, so?
Yeah.
Like, what? There are certain points where we have to look at all this. Same for like that best man question. Oh, does it matter? Does it matter if that's your husband's best mate? You know?
Yeah.
Just pick your arguments, isn't it?
Mm.
I think as you get
Drop
further
your
into
ego.
wedding planning, you just start to go, I just don't care.
Just don't care. No, I agree.
What was the actual question? Sorry? Crown.
I think you just got to touch the subject of if you're potentially wearing one, what your hair going to be like, and then we just go from there. But we need to make it very clear, no crowns allowed. If you've got to put on the invites, got to put on the invites.
No excessive headwear.
No excessive
But then
headwear.
what if you don't want hats?
What's the difference between a hat and a crown? She didn't seem like a crown girl either.
No.
Yeah.
But the system makes a lot of clothing, so she goes...
Well, I said, why don't you just say, will you be my something blue? Let's plan your outfit together. That's what we were saying, weren't we?
Yeah. Tricky. My fiance's question. Why is my fiance so obsessed with you two? Would you like the actual answer? Because we tell people about weddings and there's no other information out there about it.
Brian, why are people obsessed with us?
Why are people obsessed with you?
Yeah.
I think the production's pretty good.
Oh, shut up.
Editing's good.
Shut up. What's the actual answer?
A lot of it's behind the scenes stuff.
Shut up, Brian.
Because I think you guys are honest, and that is, I think, a lot of social media and people who are talking about weddings online can seem a little bit fake. So I think people getting week in, week out of you saying the same stuff, obviously like some of your ideas change and stuff, but you've been consistent with the advice that you've given. I think that seems quite real. I think that's why people like you.
Thanks, Brian. Anchors were fit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job people listen and not watch, really, isn't it? I mean, some people watch, but...
And they're like, these girls.
You two. Brother.
Brother.
This was one idea we had. We were talking about jobs.
I know what you're going to say.
And teachers and things like that. And we said to do a yearbook.
No, I think she did. Didn't she say she was putting a picture, their old bit, their kid photos?
Yes.
And then a space on the Polaroid camera so that you put your new one, so it was like a yearbook.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah. We just wanted to put that out there for you guys. But I also think a yearbook could be used like a table plan.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I think a yearbook, especially if you guys met at school or your teacher. I think if you met at school, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I love the yearbook idea, even if it's like photo booth stuff or it's order of the day or like all of that, you can use it within that.
All of that, use it within that.
Yeah.
What are the best colours for a summer wedding?
Woo! There isn't a best colour. It's down to personal preference.
That's not true. There are colours that shouldn't be used in summer. Shouldn't is the wrong word.
Like what?
Burgundy.
Incorrect.
Well, yeah, but you would look at it. If you saw pictures of that wedding, you go, that's a winter wedding.
No, we've done burgundy and like pinks.
Yeah, but just burgundy. All burgundy.
I just don't. I think it.
Answer the question well.
So many. I am. You're gonna fucking let me speak, Brian? No. Is this what you have to deal with on a daily? Jesus Christ!
You're lying. That's the problem. You're a liar.
Me?
I would like old Beth back. I would like episode 3 Beth back.
Why am I
where
lying?
She's like, these are the colours you should use for summer. These are the colours that you use for winter.
No, because I just think it's changed so much, and I think it also depends on the environment you're in. Like if you're in an outdoor wedding and you want to choose burgundy, it's still going to feel like a summer wedding because there's so many other elements. If you've got April Spritz rolling around with burgundy flowers, it still feels like summer. You're not going to be like, I'm in winter. So there's so many elements that make it feel seasonal. Thank you very much. However, if you had to choose some colours,
there we go.
I would always say, again, they don't even have to be bright. I just think colours, like colours are important during
like
summer.
A mix of colours.
And leaning into the flower seasons. Like flower seasons are great for like lots of different tonals. Like I love tonals in summer. I love pastels are coming back even more so, but like tonal pastels. So like,
what's a tonal pastel?
So like different shades of blues and different, like you can get, like, the problem is you're never going to get super consistent flowers in decor because not every flower is the same. Like they're a natural product and that's what everyone has to remember. But I would say if I was doing a summer wedding, I would just really be bold with it, I think. And I would probably go for lighter shades, but like the pastels, like maybe like the oranges, the creams, the ivories, and still not too much crazy on colour, but the hues of colour.
All right.
What would you go for?
I like, what are my favourite summer wedding colours? I really, really like blue.
Yeah, I'm not massive on blue.
I like the blue in a marquee, blue glassware.
You like pattern, don't you?
I like a bit of that blue wedding I did with the dance floor. That hits. That said summer. You walked in, you could see photos of that wedding.
You would not say
anytime.
spring.
It was springy summer actually. So yeah,
yeah,
but that's spring,
summer.
Springy summer. I like wildflower. And again, I don't think that works in winter because you can't get that in winter. True. You can argue then, and you're like,
I mean,
nah,
you can
actually.
get some, but not like you
And
don't get the
sunflowers. You can't have sunflowers any time of year. This is what I mean. I think the flower dictates everything.
Yeah.
The first thing you should be doing when you're trying to pick your colours is looking at what flowers are out in the month that you're getting married.
Mm-hmm.
Preach. Next, it's your turn. Where's your sticky notes?
I dropped them.
Oh.
Brian, keep people busy whilst I wait.
All of 5 seconds.
That was Brian beatboxing, by the way, guys, not me. How to deal with indecisiveness?
I think you have to be very true to yourself when you're doing your wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can get very caught up in trends. And the problem is that you book weddings 2 years in advance. You see something, you go, that's really cool. That's what I'm going to do. It's exactly what I did and was like, this is what I'm going to do. It's going to be really blah, blah, blah. And then as it got closer and closer, I was like, I don't even... It means nothing to me. I think I like the idea of looking at your home and seeing what your house looks like, looking at stuff that brings you joy. You can look at trends, but in a way of like, will I still like this as I get close to the wedding? And sometimes you got to just tell yourself to just stick to what you're doing.
But I also think you can change your mind.
But there is a point when you have to stick to what you're doing.
Yeah. If you want to change, you're
if
allowed
you book
one
a venue
big
and pay
change.
deposit,
You're allowed one big change.
In decor or everything?
Decor. And everything. I think it's okay to change your mind. Don't rush into these fads. Fads aren't cool. They always come and go.
Yes. If you love it, crack on.
But like, if you're like, oh, I'm not sure, then hold fire on it.
I think suppliers, you need to book in early because they will book someone else. But you should be booking your suppliers based on their personality and what kind of style they do. You should know if you like that style, and it's got nothing to do with trends or anything like that. What are you looking at like that?
Like, I'm ahead of the trends.
Oh, fine. I thought you were going to argue at that point. And I was like, you need to book your suppliers. Because all you're doing is paying a deposit, and then normally you can decide everything way closer to the time.
But also, have someone that's going to tell you what's what. I've got a wedding in 2 weeks, and I was looking at the brief, and I was like, oh, guys, it's just...
dead.
Not in the spot. Who agreed this?
Was it you?
No. So I rang her. I was like, look, like, I just want to, like, give you a few different options, do a few different mood boards for her, switch things up a bit. And we switched it up 2 weeks before the wedding.
That's a risky game.
But it's going to look fucking sexy.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And I will tell you, because I don't want you to look back at your phone and be like, fucking hell, why didn't no one tell me?
Why didn't no one tell me? It looks gross. We have to get through these quick. You ready? Quick fire.
Yeah. I've only got one left.
Oh, sorry. I didn't count those very well. My fiance is having 2 best men. Do they both have to do a speech?
Joint.
I think joint, or one of them is an MC and one of them does a speech, or neither of them do a speech, or whatever you want to do. There's no rules. What to do if your fiance's sister is a nightmare but has to be a bridesmaid?
Doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be a bridesmaid. God, does she?
Something blue. Thank you.
No, something blue's more
do you know
personal.
what I heard? What I saw? A groomsmaid.
I love a groomsmaid.
Groomsmaid. Should be a groomsmaid. Sorry. Move on. Next. Quick fire.
Okay. This is an easy one as well. I don't like the best man's girlfriend. Do I have to have them on the hen?
No.
Nope. I'm not having a girl from my friendship group as a bridesmaid. Is this okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I do get why people struggle with that though. You know, when you're like in a group of 4 of you, you can't have 3 and not the 4th.
Oh, Does she mean? I just thought she meant she's not having any of her friends as bridesmaids.
I'm not having a girl from my friendship group as a bridesmaid.
I'm not having any girl from my friendship group.
No, not having a girl from my friendship group. I would take that
you're
as...
always close to others and not, aren't you?
Would you be their bridesmaid?
That's the question.
Sometimes my problem is if you've been their bridesmaid, you're in this group, you've all been each other's, and then you don't, you are ending that friendship.
Just do it. It's going to cause drama.
I agree.
Not the end of the world.
So actually we've gone from no to yes.
Yeah.
And also bridesmaids don't do that much on the day. Exactly. They're in one photo and they walk down the aisle. How to involve mother of the groom as the bride.
First look with dress in private.
Yeah.
Gifts, like morning of the wedding gifts.
Yeah. I had a mother of the groom put on the bride's dress the other day because she didn't have her mum, and I was like, "That's fucking adorable." Witnesses, readings,
witnesses, readings. Mention them in speech if you want to.
Speeches, reserved signs, buttonhole,
no corsage.
Depends what they have. Oh, that little one on their purse. I like those. I think they're just doing hair and makeup together.
Yes.
There are ways of making them feel special. Going shopping with them to find their outfit.
Big one.
Bringing them cake tasting, bring them to your food tasting. Like, if you really like your mother-in-law, there are a million ways you can involve them. Did you have one left?
No.
Oh, that's it. They were
good.
One
left.
That was some quick fire putting out fires. I'm
going to quickly...
Go little bitches from a bride.
I'm going to just quickly go in the DMs.
I would like to know as well, guys, if you agree or disagree with any of those things. And you are allowed to. We did see a little sneaky post the other day, didn't we, of people saying lots of things they don't like at weddings, and it all kicked off.
Oh, so many people are messaging about that the noise limiter.
Oh, the noise limiter one.
Yeah.
No, I was on about that other one, which is now gone. But just remember, just because somebody else doesn't like something doesn't mean that you cannot have it.
Oh wait, you deleted it.
I didn't delete it.
What do you mean it's gone?
They deleted it. The post.
Oh,
yeah. That was silly. I have tried to teach Isla to not yuck someone's yum.
I like that. Yeah. I like that.
Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you don't have to like it. Hit me with your DM. Fire away.
Do you want a question?
Do
you want a bitches?
Yeah.
Hey. I recently got married and had a caterer who was awful. And when I say awful, I mean awful. Okay. The food they had at their catering event was like eating at the Savoy, and then the food they served at the wedding was like eating at Burger King. I do like Burger King, to be fair.
I also like Burger King, but I get what they're saying.
Chicken Royale.
Veggie Chicken Royale.
It was so far from what we had. They also served the food over 2 hours late. The evening food was like it had been on the floor, and the canapes were non-existent. To top it all off, they also stole all our champagne for the tower and were aggressive to the guests. We got a 30% refund, but I don't want other brides to go through what we did. How can I let people know not to book them? We left a Google review and they phoned us and were so threatening and only agreed to the refund if we removed our reviews.
Put the review back on.
And then after had their friends post 10 reviews within 24 hours. The only reason I booked them was because of their reviews in the first place, which is so untrue. Any advice on how to help people in the future?
Shit. The problem is, this is the problem.
How do you know? If you go to a tasting, you'd be like...
I know.
It's so difficult with food. And I had an experience with a caterer the other day, which I spoke to you about. And fucking kudos to them. They sorted...
Yes, they did. You're right.
They took our kit.
They accidentally took your
kit,
stuff, yeah.
And then we're like, look, if you're gonna have to wash it and return it to us. They washed it. Apparently went to the wrong. Blah blah blah. And
didn't dry. Ruined the cutlery. And do you know what? Fair fucking play to them. They literally was like. So don't say it yet. Beth rang me and was like, "Am I being unrealistic? Like we're now thousands of pounds down because we have to buy new cutlery for all this." And I was like,
"I've got a wedding at the weekend.
Good fucking luck
with that cutlery. I need.
Good luck with that." And then the caterer said,
please don't I'm so sorry. Please don't take it to the bride. We'll cover all the costs and we'll cover the hire for the next wedding.
It was unfortunately your mistake. I mean, you pay for it.
They would be pissed off, like I can tell. But and I was like, no, thank you.
It's not your fault.
She was like, I hope it doesn't stop us working together in the future. And I was like, of course not. Like the food was great. They did a beef Wellington. It was unreal. And like they did that en masse. Like it was banging.
Wait, go back to the question here.
So anyway,
my problem is reviews are a bitch. So I was going to say, put the review on, get your mate to do a review. But then that is then slandering an entire business for what could be one bad day. Mm-hmm. We don't want to shut down a small business.
It's not threatening behaviour. They're threatening. They're doing all the other things. If it's a genuine, like, oh, we fucked up. We're sorry. We'll give you some money back. Here you go. Blah, blah, done. You can't, with caterers, it's really hard unless you go to an event where they're catering at. But again, that's
How do
probably
you do
very
that?
rare.
Yeah, how can you possibly? I would speak to the venue, because if your venue are recommending them, they should be very aware of what's happening there.
It's not even like you tag your caterer in photos as well, so you can't speak
No.
to previous brides.
No, it's just
We need to do our due diligence,
how.
and we need to be stalking them.
Yeah, but they're not going to post anything that's.
I also think if you're working at good venues, it shouldn't, like, not saying that your venue wasn't good, but like if you're working at high-end venues, they're very strict to who they have on their list.
They still have bad days.
Yeah, everyone has a bad day. But it's also...
But it's still your wedding day.
It's the threatening. It's all of that.
Yeah,
if the
yeah,
food
yeah.
was shit and they give you all your money back, all right, fine.
Oh, man. I think you have to go and look at bad reviews and then figure
Read
out
the
what's happened.
response.
Read in between the lines of the bad review.
Because some people are just dickheads.
Agreed.
But it's the response. That if people read the response on a bad review...
I agree. Because it's normally them answering what actually happened. And then you're like,
okay, fair.
Fine. Yeah, tricky. That is tricky. I do think stalk suppliers that you're thinking of spending thousands of pounds on, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a good episode. I feel like we got through all of your questions and answered some good points, guys.
What is next week?
I don't know.
What is next week?
I thought it was a catch-up next week. What do you want to talk about? What would you like to talk about next week? You give me a topic. I'll do a bit of research.
I just want a Burger King.
I want a Burger King. Let's go and have a Burger King.
Let's all get Burger King and think about it.
That is the end of our episode. And guess what I'm not going to say? And guess what Beth's not going to say? Brian, over to you, hun.
Please remember to leave the podcast a review.
A good one as well after that.
Yeah, a 5-star or nothing. Thank you very much. Apple, please, if you listen on Apple Podcasts, go and leave a written review. We like reading those. Maybe we should start reading them out because some of them are really kind and nice.
Aww.
We should read those out. And yeah, like, subscribe, share.
Comment.
Let us know if you think Brian should be allowed a microphone any longer.
Okay, love you,
Okay, love,
bye.
bye.
Love you, bye.